Check my baby mama. Bro, how come they ain't call me? Why are you not telling them to call me? That's what I say. Money, I'm paying for shit. I'm doing, bro, that's the least they could be doing. And you better be on their ass to make sure they call me at all times.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB the Flair. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got a pretty good one, man. We got a small little decent discussion, right? We got a small little decent discussion. It's a pretty good video, like I said, man, and it's a pretty good discussion, man, because once again, a lot of fathers go through a lot of ish with their baby mothers, mainly your black men, right? Where you got black men wanting to be with their kids, wanting to spend time with their kids, wanting to be a part of their children's life, but because they decided to, deal with a woman, man, who is not good for my health, right? Decide to lay down with her and have a child with her. Now she's giving him hell, right? And once again, it's sad, man, because we know how the system is, right? We know how the system is. The man could be doing whatever he needs to do to try to take care of his child, or try to be in his child's life, and he still has to pay up. And the crazy thing is, even if he is taking care of that child and he's not allowing the government and his baby mother to steal money from him, if he doesn't pay, right, he goes to jail. Now, you know what's funny, right? Child support is for parents who don't take care of their children. Black women, a lot of your sisters put a lot of your black men on child support just for the simple fact that the guy don't want to deal with the baby mother. He's still with the child, but he doesn't want to deal with the baby mother. So you put him on child support. Now he's going through hell. So of course, we call those your bitter baby mothers, right? Any woman, man, that puts a man on child support and the man is in the child's life, bitter baby mother. So what are some of the things that bitter baby mothers do, right? Besides put men on child support, they try to do a lot of spiteful things, right? And one of the biggest things is keeping a child, right? Keeping a child away from their father. Now, I can tell you firsthand that a lot of your mothers will do everything that they can to keep their daughter and keep their sons away from talking to their father. So that's what we are here to look at today, where guys are simply saying, hey, mothers should take the initiative to tell their children, hey, you should go ahead and contact your mother or contact your father. But in this case, contact your father. Women can claim all day, every day that, hey, well, you know what? I don't need a man. That, hey, I can do this all by myself. Hey, I can do that. I can do this. At the end of the day, we already know a man needs to be in a son's and a daughter's life. Why? Because let's be honest, a man's respect and authority is going to go a lot farther than a woman's, right? And it's not to sit over here and say that a woman doesn't deserve respect or doesn't deserve to be able to be in an authoritative position, in the sense that, hey, here is your role, and hey, man, look, this is your mother. You need to follow her. Hey, this is a woman that's in position or whatever right now. You need to follow her. But what I am trying to say is, when you have a father in the household, the father's going to get the utmost respect, because even as a man. But once again, a lot of your sisters say, hey, well, we don't need a man. So you got women who deal with ain't-ish guys, or deal with guys who don't want to deal with them, start doing some spiteful stuff. Well, hey, I can care less, man, if your child, I can care less if, you hit up your father, hey. And then a lot of times, a lot of your baby moms do what? They badmouth their father, right? They badmouth the child's father. And once again, they end up trying to build and try to create distance between the child and the father, when you can't do that.
Check my baby mama. Bro, how come they ain't call me? Why are you not telling them to call me? That's what I say. Money, I'm paying for shit. I'm doing, bro, that's the least they could be doing. And you better be on their ass to make sure they call me at all times.
Women should make their kids check on the fathers. I come from, my father, they was in two separate households, and my father trained me to always be like, hey, call your mama, check on her, make sure she made it home. Hey, call your mama. Hey, you complimented your mama today? Hey, tell her how good the cooking is. Hey, tell her your mama is pretty. Vice versa. My mom was like, hey, did you call your daddy? Have you checked on your daddy this week? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I remember my daddy went to prison Every time he wrote me, she made me sit down and write him back. And they had a terrible relationship. So, with that being said, when my daughter's at my house, I'm like, hey, you call your check on your mama today? Like, hey, when the last time you talked to your mama? You gonna go a whole week without speaking to your mama?
And y'all check them out, man. Real Life Stars podcast, man. Y'all check them out, man. But he makes a great point, right? He makes a great point, given that his mom said they were that. And see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of maturity that we need to see from a lot of your sisters. That's the maturity that we need to see from most of your single mothers. That's the type of maturity we need to see from most of your single mothers. But you will never see that. Why? Why? Because once again, it's always about themselves, especially when you are coming from the type of women, man, who sit up here and say we don't need a man, but they rather be single mothers, right? I even have a video of a woman who's sitting over here saying, man, listen, I can take care of a child by myself. I don't need a man.
Oh, he finna be cheating or he finna be fucking with somebody else, then that's not the one for you. Right. But what's your end goals? Like, what do y'all want to be? Do you guys want to be somebody's wife? What do you want to be?
Yeah, see, we talk about that all the time on the show. Sometimes I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married.
Do you want to have kids?
I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
So why do you... This is my question.
Okay.
Why... Do you want to have kids?
Hell no! She always say she don't want to have kids.
We gonna drink. I got too much shit to do. But why? Okay, so you don't want to have kids. So, okay, you a different story. But you,
okay,
you want to have kids, but you don't know if you want to get married. So that means that you already gonna be. You're planning to already bring this child into and have a deficit in their life, right?
I mean, I feel like if I find the right person, we could get married. Sometimes I don't really have a lot of faith.
But do you have to find the right person to have the baby?
I do think I have to find the right person to have a kid, but I also feel like I'm in a position where I'm doing things for my own, so I would completely be okay with having to take on that responsibility by myself as far as financial shit go, if I have to.
I don't think that's okay.
I don't think it's okay neither, but I feel like it's the reality of like the generation that we live in, because I just feel like that's how most of these niggas are. I do.
No, those are the niggas that you going after. You got to find somebody that's going to.
But I don't really be going after nobody. It be the people that be coming after me. I don't go.
So look, you don't need a man, but you need his seed. Like, people. But once again, this is the type of rhetoric that we're going to hear all the time, and then we just got to sit here and just act oblivious and just go, what is it? Go along to get along, or get along to go along, or whatever. That's essentially what women want you to do today. Well, you know what? Yeah, you're right, sis. Yeah, we don't need no man. We don't need no man. Yeah. Right? In fact, you do, right? And vice versa, right? Men need women. Why? Because once again, we can't do it all by ourselves. We can't do it all by ourselves. But once again, can't nobody sit up here and say anybody wanted the gender war but women. Right? Only women. It's only women, man, who wanted a gender war. And then on top of that, they're only having wars with themselves because men are not even a part of that. Men are just simply saying, man, nah, man, look. These sisters and women are trying to take us off focus. We just trying to put ourselves back on focus, right? But yet, when we're trying to put our community back focus, right? It get hit with misogynist, get hit with some type of gets hit with, ick or whatever. Like, people, cut it out, right? Cut it out. But once again, he makes a great point, right? It takes a different type of maturity level in order to do that. The way he said, man, listen, they didn't even have a great relationship. But every time, man, that, my father sat here and wrote me a letter, she made me sit down and write a letter back to him. Once again, that's a different level of maturity, man, that I just think a lot of your sisters just struggle to come up with. Now, of course, all of the sisters, man, who are on this channel, all of the sisters who are on Sister Daphne's channel, all of the sisters who are on Kevin Samuels, O'Shea Du Jackson's, MTR, all of those sisters have the game down pat. Those are the type of sisters that 9 times out of 10 have that kind of mentality. Those are the sisters that we need. Those are the sisters that we need. Not want, but need. Right? Not the sisters that you see in the shade room. Not the sisters that you see in neighborhood talk. Not the little sisters that you freaking see running around here. These sisters, man, that's just ratchet and these boss babes. And no. We're talking about sisters, man, who are a part of celebrities community, who is a part of pretty much the red pill community. Because once again, man, rarely do you really see women, man, who are trying to look at reality through a lens of just common sense. I mean, like, she's doing everything that she can to keep that relationship steady. And that's what, once again, that's what we all need to do. That's what my mother used to do when I was younger. Hey, did you call your dad? Did you talk to your dad? To this very day, did you talk to your dad? Now, the relationship that I have with my dad is very different, right? It's very different, right? I don't talk to my dad every single day like I would talk to my mom. This is just a different type of relationship. But hey, I love him to death, right? And, you know, I have the utmost respect for him. You know what I'm saying? When we talk, it's man to man talk. Hey, I love you, and keep it moving, right? But that's just our relationship. But once again, she always say, did you talk to him? Did you talk to him? It's because, once again, you want to keep that relationship strong, right? You want to keep the relationship between your child and that father strong. Because once again, women, y'all can't do it yourselves. Even though all the women, even though a lot of your sisters like to sit up here and say, hey, they're boss babes, that they can do it all by themselves. I mean, it's so bad that women nowadays, they know that they messed up the word independent and boss babe so much that now they want to sit over here and try to curve what independent means now. So I just saw a couple of weeks ago where some woman, hopefully I can put it up on the screen, some sister post on Instagram saying, I'm an independent woman, but you know, I want to depend on a man. And this like, man, look, bro, when you're sitting here posting that, you're essentially just saying that you're no different than what women were sitting over here calling themselves a couple of years ago, calling themselves independent boss babes and stuff. Being an independent woman, or saying that you're an independent woman or boss babe, it has a negative meaning to it, no matter how you put it, right? Anytime some sister walks up to you and say, oh, yeah, I'm independent, you know, but I wanted to, you know, rely on a man or depend on a man. She's just simply telling you that she is only submissive when she wants to be. That's literally all that is, right? Because how can you sit up here and say you're independent, but then turn around and say, I need to depend on the man? If you're independent, that means you don't need to depend on the man. Right now, people can sit up here and say, well, no, that's not the case. I can be independent, but I still, look, we got plenty. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of sisters, man, on Sister Daphne's channel, right, who makes good money, right? But I bet you a lot of them are submissive. Very submissive, and I'm pretty sure that they can take care of themselves. But you're not going to hear not a single one of them sit up here and say, well, I'm independent, I'm a boss babe. You're not going to hear any of them say that. Why? Because that's not, once again, they understand that there's a meaning to that. There's a negative meaning to that. There's a negative meaning to that. But your sisters in the shade room ain't gonna understand that, right? Your women, man, who disagree with red pill content and the manosphere are never going to agree with that, because once again, they're stuck in their ways, right? So much so that they're not willing to give up that feminist act or that independent boss babe mentality, right? They're willing to sit over here and hold on to that, and hopefully they can I guess try to make up something, man, to where they can say, hey, I'm still independent, but at the same time, I'm still submissive. No. But y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe. And guys, y'all let me know, man, is he speaking facts?